Hello, fifth grade cowboys and cowgirls. This is lesson 3.4 on multiply using expanded form. When they say expanded form, this is more like the box form, multiplying by using the box method, like I think you've used in the past some. So let's go straight into an example here on doing that. Step one would be, so that you're multiplying 46 times 9 and 8/10. The first step, we're going to split up 46 into 40 plus 6. And 9 and 8/10 would be 9 plus 8/10. So then we're going to set up step two, set it up in your box. So 9 and 8/10 in the top and 40 and 6 going down the side. So the first thing to do is you'll multiply these two numbers together. You get 9 times 4 is 36, so 360. 9 times 6 is 54 here. So then you go 40 times 0.8. So again, ignore the decimal to the end. 8 times 4 is 32. So you have one decimal place here and none there. So your answer would be 32. And then you have 0.8 times 6. 8 times 6 is 48. You have one decimal place, so that would be 4.8. It says then add the partial products. So let's do that. So the 40 times 9 is 360 here. 40 times 0.8, which we did there, is 32. 6 times 9 is 54. And then 6 times 0.8 is 4.8. So we need to make sure we line everything up properly when we add. So 8. You got 2 plus 4 is 6 plus 4 is 10. Carry your 1. 7, 10, 15. Carry your 1. So your answer is 450 and 8/10. Now you can use this method if you prefer, or the one with just ignoring the decimal and placing the decimal at the end, whichever is easiest for you. So there are 450 and 8/10 Earth hours in 46 days on Jupiter. Okay. Do some more examples. 19 times 7,500. So they've already got it set up for you. You got 7/10 here and 500s there. And then 19 split up into 10 plus 9, which is 19. So if you go 10 times 0.7, okay, that's going to be, put the decimal here, so that's 7. Again, you have 0.05 times 10. Remember, if you're multiplying anything by a power of 10, you just move the decimal one place. So that would be 5/10. So now you have 9 times 0.7, which is 63, but you have one decimal place to the one number to the right of the decimal. So that becomes 6.3. Then you have 0.05 times 9. 5 times 9 is 45. You have two decimal places to the right here, so that would go here. So 0.45. Then you add all this up. We can do that. I'll do that here. So you have a 7. You have a 0.5. You have a 6.3 and a 0.45. So let's put zeros and make sure everything lines up properly. So you have 5 here, 8 and 4 is 12. Here the 1, you got 8 and 6 is 14. So 14 and 25/100. So let's do the other one, this one, the way we did on 3.3, which is just multiplying the two numbers together, ignoring the decimal till the end. 3 times 7 is 21, carry your 2. 7 times 8 is 56 and 2 is 58. 2 times 3 is 6, remember put a 0 in the ones place. 2 times 8 is 16. So add, you get 1, 14. 6 and 5 is 11, 1 is 12. 1 plus 1 is 2. You have one number to the right of the decimal, none here, so one number to the right of the decimal in your answer. So your answer is 224.1. You can do it this way, or you can set up a box method and do it that way. It's up to you. Let's look at some word problems. It says in the rainforest, you find a beetle. You use beads to measure the beetle. It only measures 11 beads long. If the length of each bead is 12.8 millimeters, what is the length of this beetle? So if you take 12.8 or 12 and 8/10 times 11, because it was 11 beads, 8 times 1 is 8, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 1 is 1, 0 in the ones, 8, 2, 1. So you get 8, 10, 2 plus 1 is 3, and 1 is 4, 1. So you got one number to the right of the decimal, so that's what should be in your answer. So 140.8 millimeters is B. It says which would help you find the solution to 12.47. Multiply 10 and 2, each by 4 and 7/10, then add. Multiply 4.7 by 1 and 4.7 by 2, and then add. Multiply 1 by 4 and 2 by 0.7, then add. No. Multiply 1 and 0.2 and each by 40 and 0.7. No. So the correct answer would be multiply 10 and 2 each by 4 and 0.7, and then add. Correct answer A. Alonzo wanted to find the solution to 23 times 12 and 53/100. He made the area model shown below. Where did he go wrong in his calculations? So 12 and 53/100. Well, first of all, this is incorrect. Then you get 23. Now this should be 0.53. You used 5.3 in the area model instead of 0.53. So there's where he went wrong. And last, the car travels 56 and 7/10 miles an hour. If it continues at the same speed, how far will the car travel in 12 hours? So if you take 56 and 7/10 and multiply that by 12, again, we're going to ignore the decimal to the end. 7 times 2 is 14. 6 times 2 is 12, and 1 is 13. 2 times 5 is 10, and 1 is 11. Put a 0 in the ones. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 6 is 6, and 1 times 5 is 5. Add. You get 4, 10, 6 and 1 is 7, and 1 is 8. 5 and 1 is 6. You have one number to the right of the decimal here, and none there, so a total of one number to the right of the decimal, so 680.4 miles, which is C. So this concludes our lesson on multiply using expanded form. Again, you can use either method to multiply whole numbers and decimals together, whatever is easiest for you.